Hey guys, I thought I would give you an update after going to clinic today. It wasn't even a full clinic, it was just doing PFTs and seeing the clinic nurses and waving hi to the doctor in the hallway. But basically, I went because since starting me and my arch nemesis here, I've been having increased shortness of breath. That's just gotten progressively worse each day. Also, blood sugar issues, but I talked to endocrine about that and we think we fixed it. Um, so I went into clinic just to make sure that everything was, okay. And it was. My weight is actually up. Highest weight I have had in 3-4 years. Like, just that was amazing. And PFTs were stable. They were down a smidge, but not anything crazy. And so clinically, everything is stable. Symptomatically, my lungs feel terrible, and I've been having lung pain since I woke up, and all my joints are hurting, and just not a fun time. But because clinically everything is stable, basically, I'm going to give the Aleptrek like at least 2 weeks to a month to see what happens. Today was just day 4, so 3 more days and I'll finish the first week. So she said 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, see what happens, see if things improve, because this is a completely different formula than Trikafta. If things don't improve or things keep getting worse, then we might need to consider just going back to Trikafta because we know Trikafta works. But the whole reason that I stopped Trikafta was because I was going in the hospital more and I was having a decline in my lungs. So the point of starting the Aleptrek was to try and stop that from happening. So clinically it has. Clinically things are stable, but like I said, symptomatically I feel absolutely miserable. I feel like I felt like when I was not on any modulators. Like even though my PFTs are 84%, I feel tired just from breathing all day, every day. Like by the end of the night, I welcome sleep just so that I don't have to feel that tiredness in my lungs. So we're keeping an eye on that. They said message if it gets worse. All my oxygen and all that is fine. So because since I last updated you guys 2 days ago, like the shortness of breath has gotten worse. Like I'm short of breath just laying in bed, or if I stand up, I have to catch my breath, right? So it's pretty bad symptomatically, but clinically, like I said, I'm stable. So there's no harm, there's no danger besides being very uncomfortable and continuing to push through the Aleptrek and try and make this work. But if for some reason it just does not, and I keep feeling worse after a month or two, then we'll just go back to Trikafta and just have to accept that it doesn't work as well as it used to. So it's kind of a sucky place to be in, to be honest, because it's either keep going with the Aleptrek and feel absolutely horrendous, or go back on Trikafta and feel better symptomatically but be worse clinically. So there's just it's a lose-lose situation right now at this point. But I'm gonna do what they said, just keep going with the Aleptrek, and hopefully some of these symptoms clear up soon because I am exhausted. But we've pushed through worse before, so gonna keep going. And basically said to like exercise as much as possible so that I don't lose the lung function and the stamina that I have, just because of the shortness of breath. But at the same time, I can't do a ton because I get really tired really fast. So exercise as much as possible, rest when I need it, and see what happens in the next couple of weeks. This has been a much harder transition than I anticipated. I anticipated kind of like what happened when I went from Orkambi to Trikafta, where I was coughing my brains out for a couple days, and then my lungs felt so good, and I had so much energy and all this. This has been a much rougher transition. But hopefully things go on the up and up soon. I have another appointment in June. If for some reason I need to see them before then, she said just message, but hopefully not. And I have to do blood work in 2 weeks. Appointment in June, and keep on keeping on. So I've just been I'm kind of in the point where I kind of have to distract myself because the way my lungs feel gives me a ton of anxiety. And we did touch on that in clinic, that, my mental health is not fantastic right now, anxiety-wise. So basically just been playing games and reading and watching or napping and just completely distracting myself from how I feel. Because if I sit here, I literally end up in a panic attack. So, not been a fun time. But, we're going to be all right. My health is not in any danger. And that's what the point of going to clinic today was for. My health is not in danger. Nothing bad is happening. It's just a very uncomfortable time in my life. So, anyway, we're going to keep on keeping on. I'll keep you guys updated on the LF Trek. Hopefully we don't have to switch back, because this already took me about 4 months to decide to make this switch, and what's happening right now was part of that reason. But hopefully we don't have to switch back, because that feels like just admitting that, I'm going to be in the hospital more, and Trikafta, and it's a whole thing. So anyway, that's the update, and hopefully my little nemesis becomes my little friend soon.